Hey everybody, Sneakby here from Sneakby Gaming. Just going along and cleaning up the last few of the epic quests in Angmar West. If you'll notice, I'm here on Chapter 6, Book 6, Fires in the North, basically challenging the stone. I need to... He told you that the heart would be prepared to receive a fell spirit. So I just have to come over here and do something. So I don't even know. I'm just gonna follow the arrow and run in and see what I got to do. Defeat the spirit. That's what I got to do. So I've got this quest and one more that I need to complete before I can move out of basically the western part of Angmar here and move over into the east. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish up these two, take you over and show you the that area, and then we'll probably run a couple of more episodes over there, or a few quests over that in that area. Continue to level up a little bit. Let's see here. Before I get too far, let's see what Chapter 7 is. Yeah, they're about level 46, so I'm a couple of levels under, although I've got this enhanced XP supply going. So we're going to go ahead and... I don't want to go there. I can probably get there through here, but I don't want to fight that many fights to get around to where I'm going. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and come around here, see if we can skip most of these guys and come in through the proper side. So I hope you're enjoying the speed that we're moving through Angmar here. I have deliberately tried to keep this to just 3 or 4 episodes per region, per epic book, that we're running through here, just to keep the pace going. They've announced that they've got a new expansion coming out that I'd like to get into eventually. I guess I'm gonna have to fight. And that is that. I did see a bear moving through the woods there. So this is an area that I don't think we've been on together. I did run a quick quest chain that took me over here, finding some of these stone hearts. If you'll notice, there are, like, names are on little lurkers, 43, 44. As I come on around, there's some flame worms, some little wizard or dragons. We don't want to mess with them right now. And there's some big old turtles over here, as well as this camp of goblins. So if I was really trying to go back and be a completionist, I would come back in here and continue these. I do want you to see some of these turtles if I can find one. There they are. Little turtle going on here. So, yeah, but we're going to go ahead and move back down here into this area, try to get to that ring. Before I do that, though, okay, it's gone. I do want to take you in one more place before we get too much further down here. I want to show you what happens if you ignore the warnings and try to cross into an area that you're not supposed to be in. I'm not actually going to do it because it'll kill me. I'm not going to do that. But basically, if you come up here and you're running through Angmar, and you're like, I really want to keep on moving out to the west. I want to challenge myself. I want to make sure that I can get to where I want to go. This is a free world after all. Yeah, we're going to go where we want to go. Now, you see those statues over here? These guys are bad juju. If you're still on book 6 and you have not gone to book 7, if you try to pass this area, you will die instantly. So I think this is about as close as I want to get here. I do need to continue to move. But if you'll notice, there's these fell watching stone, and I had that little flash saying, "Don't you do it? Don't even think about it." Yep, want to get out of there because it flashed red again. So it's really a cautionary tale. So don't do that, because if you get too close to those, you die instantly until you're at least in you finish up chapter 6. So with that being said, I'm going to kind of make my way back down here. I'm going to run a few quests to level up a little bit. I am still a little bit low here, right? These are level 46. I think I could probably do it, but I'm going to go ahead and run a couple just to bring myself up closer to that 45 level, and we're going to go and take care of that. Now, there is a little quest hub chain down here. If you look at the map where I'm headed, there's a little feather here, tasks, and a little green guy. So yeah, that's here. I'm going to run these off camera, and I will be back with y'all in a few minutes whenever I get ready to move back to that normal quest chain. And there's the little houses to pick up some quests, and we'll be back with you in a few.
There are many urgent matters to discuss. Come hither, Southron. I would speak with you.
There are many urgent matters to discuss.
Come hither, Southron. I would speak with you.
The Trevdurardine have gone too far.
I would speak with you, Southron.
Alright, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of something interesting for me here, a little voiceover work. So I'm running this little section here at about 2 times speed. I also use this as a opportunity to cut and paste the audio. So you'll see a little bit of audio desync because I didn't want you to have to listen to a lot of audio on this one. We'll get to hear that later on down the road. So I hope you enjoy this audio that I spent quite a bit of time on. But what I thought I could do here, there's not going to be a lot of talking on this episode. I was actually thinking about this whenever I recorded it, and I said, you know what, let's try to go ahead and do this with voiceover. So that's what we're doing. We're getting a little voiceover going. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch the action for a little bit, and I'll come back with you in a few moments. Alright, so what I thought I'd do here is spend just a moment of this time watching me take on what 4 dragons looks like. And tell you a little bit of the history of Angmar. Basically, it was established in the Third Age, about 1300, by one of the lords of Nazgul, who became known as the Witch King of Angmar. It is located to the north of the Misty Mountains.
Would you lend me a moment of your
And
time?
I'm sorry, north of the North Downs and west of the Misty Mountains. So its primary purpose was to weaken Arnor and basically put some pressure on the men in that area. And so this went on for about 100 years, from about 1300 to around 1410, 1409. Angmar attacked the Cardolan and Rivendell, destroying all the settlements except the Cardolan's capital, called the Barrow Downs. Amonsul was razed and burned, and the Dunedain were forced to flee westward. So basically, during that 100 years that the Witch King was out there, he was actually becoming very, very strong. And then for another 500 years, so from what that would be 1409 to about 1909, basically Angmar ruled the area. Eventually, the elves from the Grey Heaven, Rivendell, and Oriel basically fought the armies. They repelled them from the foremost and North Downs, forced them to withdraw into Angmar, and basically Shadow of the North was contained for a time. And then eventually there was a great plague, about 1636, and the last of the Cardolan's people died, allowing the Barrow to be set from Angmar into the Downs. And yeah, so eventually, around Third Age 1974, Angmar multiplied its forces, launched a final attack, and took the capital of Fornost, defeating the last northern kingdom of the Dunedain. And that is about it from there.
The hills of Angmar are not
So I'll go ahead and
friendly to the unwary.
put a little
There are
pause
many
here and
urgent
come back with
matters to
another bit
discuss.
of info later on down the road.
I would speak with you, Sothran. Greetings, Sothran.
Greetings, Sothran. You are a stranger to these lands.
It has been long since we have known peace. You are a stranger to these lands.
We need help to resist the Angmarim.
So this is an interesting area of Angmar. I had never really looked up that hill. I ran by it 4 or 5 times by the time I did this, and I never really looked up that hill. I knew this area was here, but I hadn't really done much there. Now, what you're going to see here is a lot of Iron Crown bowmen, a little bit of a few goblins in here, and after I get through this front door here, I'm going to go ahead and move this into a very fast time lapse. Instead of being 200%, it's going to go at 4x speed. So you're going to hear a lot of squeaking going on. It's kind of fun as we go through. But I wanted to go ahead and spend just a moment talking about this area. Now, this actually did kick off a deed, and as I went to lotro-wiki.com to look at some of the deeds that are out here, there's actually quite a few explorer deeds that are in here that I want to come back and do. I want to go ahead and continue the focus on leveling up and then moving on with the with my focusing on the epic quest line. But I did want to spend just a moment talking about the Angmar deeds. Those squeaks are little hobbits who run at a 4x speed there. So you have the deeds of Angmar, the Explorer, and the Slayer of Angmar. Those are the kind of the meta deeds if you think about the way the deeds work inside of any of the regions. The Explorer deed is made up of Bastions of Hope. There's 5 outposts of free people in the area. There's 8 Towers of Despair. There's a thing called the Road to War, and there's 5 locations on the path of Karn Doom that you gotta find. And the one that looked the most interesting was the Treasure of Angmar, because this actually has a pretty interesting section. At one point, there's some green death waters that we can find that's in the north central part of Angmar here. And it requires several jumps to jump over that, and if you don't jump over it just right, you die instantly. It's called the Green Water of Death. So, and there's like 12 different treasures you have to go find. And it looks like it'd be kind of fun to do. I'm going to do that as a sidebar once I level up and don't have to worry about the mobs in the area. So I'll come back and do these at a later date. But I want to let you know that those deeds are out there. They also, of course, have the Slayer deeds. So you have the Angmarian Slayers. There's the Hidden Threats of Angmar, 2 Arch Nemesis. Those are basically raid quests. Orc, Trolls, Uruks, Wargs, and Wights. And then last but not least, you have the Worms. And those Worms are who have been slain here recently. If you're a free-to-play account and you want to go ahead and earn a lot of Lotro points, you want to earn a lot of experience, you can do that because on the reputation side, you can actually earn about 13,000 reputation. Actually, it's closer to 15,000 reputation if you can do everything. That's also 180 Lotro points in there, and you get a lot of virtue experience as well, about 36,000 virtue experience. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this here. What I was doing here was, this is the okay, I think I'm coming up on this little spirit stone. I've had to fight my way in here, and there is the ancient watching stone. So I gotta find a spirit around here. Maybe I just gotta go up and talk to it. Whoa! Okay. Now I get to run all the way back over there to talk to those guys. I think I'm going to go down this way. I haven't been this way, so we're going to go this way. I've been recording this whole thing, so hopefully I've shown you a few of the things that are going on here. Oh, spiders. But we're going to go ahead and take this little path here, run back quickly. I'll probably make this a time lapse. Let's go for it. Oh boy. I could have used my return too. Oh well. It was a nice little trip anyway. Excuse me.
Greetings.
Okay, so I get a new spear. That's nice. I like it.
Greetings.
Okay, chapter 7, book 6. This is the last chapter of this. We're going to go ahead and finish this. So, proven to search stones can be defeated, their powers, yada, yada, yada. You have nothing to fear. Go east and pass through this. I can only hope that somehow beyond my human survive. Search for them, and we'll do that.
An army of Dunedain and hillmen from Ohio passed into the eastern reaches of Angmar, only to be caught in the dire trap of Ramus Deluan. Though the secret of the stones has been revealed, no sign of Golodir, the ranger who led them, has yet been found. It can only be hoped that some part of Golodir's army has survived, and that they are able to hinder the advances of Angmar.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm going to get this recorded and out to you, or get it wrapped up, get it edited, put it out to you. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Looking at about an hour of work time for me. I'm going to cut it down to the normal 25 to 30 minutes, and we'll get through there from there. So if you like this content, want to see more of it, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like. Let me know that you're watching this and that everything is. If you have any comments, if you want to add something to here, please do that. Sure appreciate to hear from you. Anyway, this is Snigby signing off. Everybody, have a great day.